Welcome to Talking Climate with Katherine Hayhoe. Each week, we explore how climate change is affecting the people, places, and things we love, and what we can do to make a difference. From science to solutions and stories that inspire, you're in the right place for real talk about real change. 2 weeks ago, I shared that the U.S. federal electric vehicle tax credit will expire at the end of September. There are a number of other U.S. tax credits for home energy that the current administration is canceling, and projects must be fully installed by December 31st, 2025 to qualify for credits, which is why it's so great that Rewiring America made a handy guide on how to take advantage of these before they're gone. We could cry, or we could electrify. Maybe a bit of both, they write. We exist to make electrification the affordable choice for every American. Right now, that means helping you take advantage of these credits before they expire to get the money back you deserve. They even have a tool that helps you plan how to upgrade your home, and another tool that helps you find a contractor. And that's not all. They're also hosting chat sessions you can drop into to ask a real person your questions. Even if you're not in the U.S., they can still help with information on the best approaches to electrify your home. This week, we're talking about turning music into climate action, a new way deforestation kills, and spreading light on Sun Day. Let's dive in. Good news. Growing up in New Orleans, musician Jon Batiste was only 18 when Hurricane Katrina, a storm amplified by climate change, ravaged his home and his city. Not only that, but his mother, Catherine, was an environmental program manager in Louisiana for many years. So it's no surprise that he cares deeply about climate action. And now he's making music that he hopes will inspire his listeners to take climate action too. Batiste told Earth.org, "You gotta bring people together. People power is the way that you can change things in the world." And I couldn't agree more. His new album, released just prior to the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina's landfall, is called Big Money, after what he views as the root cause of the issue. And his new climate song is called Petrichor, named for the smell of the earth after the rain. I love how Batiste understands the importance of finding and implementing hopeful solutions like clean energy. He told the AFP it's not just saying this is a problem, but it's also saying we can solve it. And it's important when you're changing the world, you have a good time while you're doing it. For more, check out the short clip from Batiste's interview with Al Roker on the Today Show, linked in the show notes. It's a great watch. Not so good news. Deforestation in the tropics led to increased local warming that in turn caused nearly 30,000 deaths per year from 2001 to 2020 across Africa, Southeast Asia, and Central South America, a new study found. While many studies have proven how warming caused by fossil fuel combustion impacts human health, this is the first to examine how human health is additionally impacted by extra warming. We know that the warming from climate change is fundamentally unfair, as it disproportionately impacts those communities who have done the least to contribute to it. The study's authors wrote, vulnerable populations, including traditional and indigenous communities, often live near deforested areas and face limited access to resources and infrastructure needed to cope with the combination of rising temperatures and environmental changes caused by deforestation and climate change. My Nature Conservancy colleague, Nick Wolf, who does similar research but was not involved with this study, told Carbon Brief he found this study sobering in that it reframes tropical deforestation as a critical public health concern. He points out that many of these communities depend on forest clearing for agriculture, income, and survival, and are forced to make difficult choices between short-term economic needs and long-term health and environmental stability. What you can do. If you are part of a faith community, consider joining a Sunday event on September 19th to 21st. That's the weekend that Green Faith US is helping mobilize people to raise their voices in support of solar and renewable energy. The organizers write, in a time when climate denial, corporate greed, and political inaction threaten our communities and future, we gather not in despair, but in prophetic defiance and faithful hope. As fossil fuel subsidies expand and protections for people and the planet are rolled back, we know this fight is bigger than any of us. That's why people of faith and spirit are coming together to shine a light that cannot be ignored. Together, we'll ground in faith, rise in courage, and build a path forward for climate justice. All are welcome to be part of this urgent, historic movement because the stakes have never been higher, and the time to act is now. If you live in the U.S., you can click on the interactive map linked in the show notes to find an event near you. Don't live in the U.S.? There's nothing stopping you from starting your own Sunday in your community using these same principles and organizing materials. You can find a toolkit explaining more also linked in the show notes, along with a form to input your information so Green Faith can add it to the map. Thanks for listening to Talking Climate, narrated by Ann Cloud. For more resources, links, and actions you can take, check out the full newsletter at www.talkingclimate.ca. Remember, Talking Climate starts with you.